Good morning, and what an absolutely fabulous day it is today. It's Thursday, which means of course it's digger day. It's digger day. You can't probably see them, but believe me, they're up there. And we're going to just take a look at what's been going off this week, because there's been some final finishing touches being put in this week. So if you're new here, don't forget to make sure that you've subscribed to Visit Fylde Coast on YouTube, and make sure that you sign up, for your Visit Fylde Coast weekly email newsletter, and then you'll get all the latest information and all the latest events that are happening. So without any more ado, we shall go and have a look, shall we? So we're up near the 5-bar gate, which is this one here, and you're probably aware that this week there's been some work going on. If you've been to the beach, you'll have seen the diggers taking rocks out, moving all the sand, putting everything back, and just generally doing all kinds of stuff. And this is the finished result of their labours. So it was just a little adjustment around this access slate, because this actually goes down quite a long way underneath the beach. And of course the idea is that the rocks protect the beach levels from dropping when there's bad weather. So we've lifted the sand level to finish the job off, and in lifting the sand level you would have ended up with it coming over the top of the wall. So around this tie-in they've just made some adjustments in order to be able to just finish this bit off. So that's the mystery solved of this week's work. So while I'm just standing here, I need to point out this beautiful sandy beach that we've now acquired. There's quite a few pebbles in it. So don't be deluded, it doesn't look like central Blackpool. But you'll probably be able to see a bulldozer just working down there in the distance. And he's doing the finishing touches to the profiling work. So he's picking beach material up from the strand line, which was there, and he's pushing it up the beach. So that it's at the top near to the sea wall. You can't actually tell properly because on the video, because it's so similar a material and no contrast to it, but it's really sloped the beach upwards towards the wall, and because it's at a similar gradient to the existing beach, it will give it a head start and stop it from eroding, hopefully, fingers crossed, too quickly before the grounds are built. But that's created a much more user-friendly beach for people that are coming here this summer. So this year's Seaside Award flag is proudly flying at Russell Beach, and because it's blowing offshore towards the sea, now is when you get to see the sea at its absolute best. So when it comes in, the water will look absolutely beautiful. It will look blue and clear and green because all the sand settles out. And that's when the beaches build up in summer, when the wind's not blowing a hoolie. So the dozer work that these guys are doing is giving the beach a head start before they build the rock groins, which are coming soon as part of phase 2. So the rock groins will run out like that, similar to the old wooden ones, and they will hold the beach levels up and make sure that the sand which is carried by the water can settle out of suspension and keep beach levels high. And because you can't get waves any bigger than the height of the seawall above it, you can see down here we've only got a very little seawall. I would say at a push, front to back, a foot at the very most. So that will reduce the size of the waves when the bad weather starts that actually come over the wall here, and it should keep the sea on the beach instead of on the path. Famous last words. You can never account for every eventuality, but that's how it works. Oh, for goodness sake, there are plenty of bins. They've been polishing the beach. Just put your bags in the bin, please. So apparently yesterday there were kids playing and building sandcastles and people sunbathing. There's not, other than that bag, there's not a spot of litter. So it looks lovely. It looks lovely and clean and tidy. So these three they've got a right job today, haven't they? Standing banksman, making sure that this guy's doing his work safely. Won't want to be doing it in a blaring gale and a rainy, cold, wet day. Having said that, so you see what I mean here about the seawall? It's disappeared. So the high beach is always going to be the best thing for a sea defence, and that's exactly what we've got. And when you come and stand at this side, you can see what a difference it's made. It's actually raised that beach level quite a lot. Very interesting. So you remember me telling you that this is where the cable comes through for the Walney wind farm, and that wiggly metal line is the end of the cofferdam. So there's a similar piece of tying in work to be done around the sides of that, because they're not allowed to put anything over the top of it. So they'll be coming back and they'll be moving things around and making some adjustments in this area as well, much similar to the way that they've done up at the other slade near the 5-bar gate. And just walking back to my perch on a Thursday morning at the venue, I've just passed this, so I thought I'd just point this out while I'm here. This information board is one of a series produced by the Russell Beach Group, and it's just at the end of Thornton Gate, just to orientate you so that you know where you are. And if you're interested in sea defences and how they work and how they operate, there's quite a bit of easy to understand information on there, so you might find that interesting, along with all the other boards as well on the seafront. I've just seen the prettiest little bird. It's at the back of this yellow-horned poppy that's grown wild on the beach. And it's just fluttered that way. I don't think you'll be able to see it against the pebbles. Size and shape of a sparrow, but it's got like a pink flush on its front. Really, it's there, look, can you just see it moving? Really pretty little thing. Because all this scrub that grows naturally along the top of the beach is a haven for wildlife. And all the bugs and things that we swat away are dinner for lots of little birds like that one, which is feeding its face. So this is the final leg of phase 1 actual works, placing rocks, and they're doing the last little bit up to they're at the steps now at the end of the venue car park, and then up to the ramp at the side of the cafe. So we're just about there, just about on the last bit, and then that's the last little bit. And this bit here at the back of the banksman, this bit here is finished. That's the final finished bit. So they've done that when they were moving the rocks after they widened the ramp. It seems a very long time since that cold weather when it was blowing a gale and windy and raining, and they were extending the width of this ramp, which I have to say has been very useful for the boat angling club. It's made their lives a lot easier. So we'll just go around the end and we'll just have a look at the top. So other than that, life is carrying on tickety-boo at the Wyre Beach Management Project. And it's a lovely day to be working on a beach. Don't think you'd want to be doing it if you were in the bad weather though. So I hope you've enjoyed this week's update. It's all very interesting, and it all makes sense once it's been explained. So don't forget, make sure that you've signed up. If you want to pop into the venue on a Thursday morning, I'm in my seat in this window here, just on this corner, and I'll be able to answer any questions. I've got some plans you can look at, and I pretty much know most of the information. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.